So we seeing how everybody and their mom is excited about 28 Days Later. So we have an interview from some of the people working with the movie 28 years later. My bad, I said 28 days later, 28 weeks later. It's all basically the same movie. Walking Dead type style, zombies coming after everybody. It's kind of played out at this point, and we're going to see how they're trying to play this out. Like, this is horrible. It looks like it's shot on an Android. Let's watch.
Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
7, 6, 11, 5.
I feel like 28 months later is like a lost opportunity they could have did. They had the 28 weeks later. They should have did 28 months later before the 28 years later. And did they do 28 months later? Does anybody know? I feel like it's a missed
5,
opportunity.
9 and 20 miles today. 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, boot.
They keep going to this creepy island. Like, it's just creepy. Why are they on the island? I thought everything came better in like 28 weeks.
Boot, boot. Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Boot, 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 boot.
So do they have any technology on this island? That'd be interesting to know. And like, is this just like, I thought it was like segregated to the UK or something. Did the whole world go crazy? Did the world shut down? What is going on here?
Moving up and down again. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war.
So this is basically looking at the same crazy stuff we're seeing again. And are the zombies lasting longer because they got it tied up again? They're trying to see if it lasts for 28 weeks. Like, this is crazy.
If your eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Boom, 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 boom. Moving up and down again. There's no...
This is just like overly creepy, guys. Like, are you guys really into this creepy stuff? I don't know. It's like giving me chills, right?
in the war. Try. The things are something different.
So are the zombies actually organized now? Like, have they figured out a way to keep themselves alive? Are they eating like regular meat? What is going on? And if you become a zombie, do you like lose your human rights? Tell me down below.
Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. 7, 6, 11.
This is seeming very strange. It's 28 years later. I'm trying to figure out how they ended up on an island. Like, it seemed like society was working good again in the end of 28 years later, 28 weeks later. I don't know. And we're going to review this interview from the creator, Charlie Murphy. He's excited because he's on
28 Days Later. Oh, yeah. So, of course, with Danny Boyle. And as I understand it, he put you through the paces on the audition process.
Yes, he did. But I mean, that's what I was going through all of the time there at that stage in my career, was like auditioning for things and not getting things. But I desperately wanted this one because I had a Trainspotting poster on my bedroom as a kid. I went to see that movie when it first came out, the first day.
Okay, because I was feeling like he's a little young to be like somebody main in the movie back in the day. But then you know how these Hollywood actors be. I don't know if they come from like a different type of human or something. Let's not get into it.
We were all there, and similarly with Shallow Grave, so I realized this was significant because he was a proper world-class director. So I think I did 5 or 6 auditions
had a happy day? Do you remember when you actually got the role?
Yeah, I do. I was in an airport queuing up for a Ryanair flight. And I remember jumping up and
The
down.
finest airline. There it
Yeah.
is, yeah.
And I was jumping up and down. So
It's hard to beat those moments, except maybe when Chris Nolan said,
So I guess he's just an actor. Is he going to tell us about anything in the movie? Because it's like a very short interview clip, and I was curious to see it. I thought it
for
would have
me,
went.
is also that marriage of sound, the John Murphy score.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing the finished product of that. Can you remember shooting it and then seeing the finished product and how that felt to you in the before and the after of that?
Well, yeah, I think the journey for the character is that like he is this kind of, we meet him at the beginning and he's kind of doesn't know what's happening. He's
So I guess he's going to give us a breakdown of the movie. If you want to hear spoilers, he's about to give us a whole bunch of spoilers. If you don't want to hear spoilers, you might want to click away.
completely like at a loss to figure out what's going on, and he's so naive and scared and all of that. And then by the end, he's become this sort of killing machine, kind of like the infected. And I remember we shot that whole sequence over 3 weeks and nights.
I feel like to live in a time like that, like with a zombie apocalypse, you would have to go like that. How would you feel? How would you live 28 years after the zombie apocalypse?
I remember, and I was shirtless in November in England somewhere, and it was rain machines and just being freezing. But I remember, Danny, he's so great visually. His films are always so confident visually, and I knew that it would look great if we got it right. But it was miserable.
The anger was within. You didn't have to tap into too much. The frustration,
So I don't know. He said he was miserable making the movie. I thought this was your dream. I thought this was your dream. Well, what type of microphones do they have? It's probably better than whatever I got. That's junk.
No, it was freezing cold. But it was just brilliantly written, and it's an amazing sequence. It's so tense.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you see Danny as a kindred spirit with Christopher? They're both kind of like these obviously cinephiles that can do kind of anything on a set, have enthusiasm in different ways about the process. I don't know. Is there a linkage you see between them at all?
I know.
I feel like we're not really getting anywhere. We're not getting too many juicy details. If you guys want me to dig more into this movie, let me know. There's probably more trailers we can go at over this too. But if you enjoy 28 days later, the 28 weeks later, do you think you're going to go watch 28 years later, or are you going to wait for you to be able to run it at home, or just watch it on Netflix or whatever it goes to? I don't know who's it going to. Who gets Sony Pixar? Is this Sony or is it like Pixar or what is it? I don't know. Let me know down below. See y'all next time. Peace.